getting pretty enthused and I'm gaining some clarity on this YouTube journey that I'm on this journey that of just learning. Come back, girl. We're here at the bayou by our house on the track, and we're just walking. We're just walking. Okay.
I'm thirsty. What's that?
Here.
What's that? Mama, what was that?
It's a dog.
It's probably in the gate over there.
Yes, it's in the gate.
It's tapped.
Hey, we're walking and talking about how we're trying
Mama,
to
I'm
build.
thirsty more.
Hmm,
I'm thirsty
hmm.
more.
We're trying to build on YouTube. We're trying to build just in life in general and business. Y'all seen that about the BOI? See, what I do on my channel is faith, family, business here, and we also talk about how to start a business in Texas. I always and you don't run and go trying to get an LLC. I don't know if you guys have heard about the
Mama, can
recent
you see
BOI
that?
that the government is
Mama,
requiring
Mama.
for all. Hey, how you doing? The government is requiring every business owner, small business owner, anyone who has a revenue of
I can see a
500,
turtle.
no, 5 million or
I can
less,
see a
you
turtle.
have to file a BOI. And so in all of December, what they were doing was they kept saying that you didn't, well, they were going back and forth. They didn't know if they really wanted to have the BOI filled out by everyone because there was a judge in the state of Texas. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm walking. There was a judge in the state of Texas that ruled the BOI unconstitutional. Well, they kept going back and forth, and then it's back in place now as of December. But one of the things I encourage people to do is, during the pandemic, there was a lot of hoopla about starting a business and having an LLC and all of that, right?
What's that?
Um, Getting an LLC for certain types of businesses is going to help you because it's limited liability. So it creates when you become an LLC, you can still be looked at as a sole proprietor if you don't elect to be looked at as a corporation. Look, y'all, like we're out here walking, and it's this bayou. It's full of turtles. My daughter, she likes to come and look at the turtles. She gets so close to this water. I don't. She's not afraid at all. But like I was saying, as far as the BOI, get up. We're not going to sit. We're going to keep walking. As far as the BOI,
No.
people are trying to learn to start businesses, but they're not realizing that there's a lot of things that go along with having an LLC. So me as a sole proprietor, I run a home-based business where I do taxes, I do hair, and I just consult people on business, right? So my whole structure of my business is set up as if it's an LLC. And if you go and look at some of my videos, you'll see me explaining um, the 9 steps it takes to start a, what it says, what time? What time is it there? It is 2:05. 2:05. And to teach people to do is to basically make yourself the brand, right? If you can think about, I can't show you nothing crazy other than my neighborhood. Now, I don't think that's crazy though. I can tell you something that a lot of people don't know, because I'm just talking about anything, right? So, one of the things that I do to keep my business going is I do what is called a balance transfer. You know what a balance transfer is? If you don't know what it is, you can look it up, but I'm going to tell you, right? So, on some credit cards, they will allow you to take off cash that's not a cash advance, right? A cash advance is has very high interest rate. You don't want to have do a cash advance because you're going to be paying for that double triple, right? But what you want to do is a balance transfer when your credit card offers 0% APR. I like black. You want to, the way that it essentially works is your credit card will, your credit card lender will send you sometimes a what is called a promotion. I'm from Texas. It will send you a promotion. In the promotion, they will tell you, hey, we want to offer you a balance transfer. You can pay down some of your high interest debt. Well, that's what I do. If even if I don't have any debt, I will take the balance transfer because what they're doing is they're giving you a loan over a period of time of 18 months, sometimes 12 months, right?
Mama, I'm thirsty.
You thirsty? I got my daughter out here walking with me. Here you go. So, yeah, I can let you guys see the scenery instead of looking at me. But, yeah, like I said, with the balance transfer, I can't. The last balance transfer I did was $16,500, and what I did was I had some high interest rate cards. I'm from Venus. I had some high interest rate cards that I wanted to get rid of the interest rate, but then also I didn't need that full amount. So here, she said she wanted water. Here, we're walking and it's hot. I think it's like 80 degrees out here. Texas, it is so crazy. Here, here, she's trying to tell me what to do. Say hi. Texas is so crazy. Like the weather is so crazy out here. No, we're not going that way. We're going this way.
No,
Cause you're not paying attention.
I do want it.
The yeah, like I was saying, the weather out here is so crazy. It's like during the winter, it is winter right now. So like 2 days ago, I want to say it was like 40 something degrees outside. And then this is how our week goes. We'll wake up, it'll be 30 to 40 degrees outside. My kids will leave, they'll go to school, And by the time they come back home, it's 80 degrees outside. It rains like crazy. You just never know when it's gonna rain. It's been raining for the last 3 days. Yep, it's bipolar weather, and you do definitely get sick if you don't learn how to adapt to it. Like you have to, you can't dress too warm when you go out and like in the 30, 40 degree weather because by the time you get to where you're going and it's about 1 p.m., then what's gonna happen is you're gonna be hot, and so you going from cold to hot, cold to hot. That's how you get sick. It's pitch black outside where I love the weather though because the only time I get mad is like in the wintertime because it's wintertime, right? So of course the attire that they're gonna have at the store or something, it's like cold weather cold, you know what I'm saying? And the good thing about it is the summertime clothes they go on sale, but you can still wear those summertime clothes right now. Like I literally can go put on some shorts, some flip flops, and a t-shirt. I'm burning up in what I have on. Like I have on some sweats. It's hot out here. I don't know where this little girl trying to take me, but she's trying to take me around this whole neighborhood. We're like literally walking around the whole neighborhood. I don't want to walk around the whole neighborhood. How how much are houses where you guys at? I purchased my home in 2014. This is something that's interesting to me because I'm looking to get into some real estate. And I'm trying to do it quickly because I know the economy is about to go crazy. Too dang much. Okay, so for me, I purchased my house in 2014 or 2015. It was mm, it was the middle of 2015, I believe, right? So my house was going for 205,000, but because it was on the market, you bored, it's okay. Because it was on the market for like almost 40 days, they went down like about $15,000. So I purchased my home at 189,000 dollars. Well, all of these homes. Let me let y'all see some of the homes. Right, they're like regular type houses. Right in this neighborhood, there's a school right up the street where we're walking. They're regular type of homes. Nothing super fancy. They're not super fancy, but say no, no, no. This girl's just trying to do everything. She's just an explorer.
How does it still
But
work?
anyway, the homes, my home was, it's because it's a corner house too. It was a little more than some of the other houses, right? It's 300, no 3,065 square feet, right? And like I said, I paid in 2015, the middle of 2000. No, it was the middle of 2014. That's right, because I got pregnant a year later. So yeah, the middle of 2014, like June, July, I paid 189,000. I think that's what it said on there after like taxes and stuff. And that looks fancy to you. Well, inside they're not as fancy as some like. It's some places in Texas where you can see some $1 million homes. It's like whoa, they're nice. And at the time I was purchasing my house, those houses were only $500,000. A seller's market. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. So if I was to sell my house, I would be up about $200,000, and I didn't even pay $200,000 for the house. So our money has doubled because now my house is worth close to $400,000. Yep, everything is bigger in Texas. The streets, look, the streets, the cars, the people. Yeah. Come on.
I'm picking up coins.
You picking up corns? She loves picking up acorns. Yeah. So I don't think that. I think it's a seller's market, but it depends on what are you gonna do. Like if you already own something, because it would make sense for me to sell my house if I'm going to need to get another house, and that's what I would have to do because I only own one home and I own some land. But if I was to sell my house, I would have to spend all of the money I made back to put into that house. So, yeah, it's not really beneficial, I don't think. But back to the balance transfers, because I think this is something that a lot of people need to know about. I don't know. Um, I love talking about credit and just different ways. Like in America, some of you guys not in America, but America is like a free enterprise. It is like credit driven. The reason America is in so much debt because we're just a credit driven nation, right? Everything is about keeping what you have and using what somebody else allows you to have, right? So credit, you can't get anything. You can't get a house, car, anything. An apartment, you can't even rent if you don't have good credit, right? So my motto is I can teach you how to live however you want to live on a McDonald's salary. I promise you. I promise you I can. You're gonna have to hold my hand. Come on.
I dropped the coin.
I can put it in my pocket. Put your in my pocket.
My
Uh-oh.
coins.
Put it in my pocket. Okay, don't pick up any more. All right. So anyway, like I was saying, the balance transfer, um, depending on how much your card is, you normally don't want to use over 30% of whatever your balance is. But because my balances are so high and I have several credit cards equaling to over $150,000, I will do any amount
I
that
want
I
to go
want
in
to
up
do. So
there.
like I just said,
I want to go in up there.
you can't just go in somebody's house or their yard. One of the things that I did was I recently took out a
Mama, in that
$16,500 balance transfer. So I basically paid off almost all of my credit
Mama,
cards,
I want to go
and
in the thing.
I still have some of the money just sitting there in my account and just allowing me to invest in some other things, right? So I invested in some cars and I'm selling those cars to get double the profit back. So any of the fees and interest that I'm incurring anyway, they're getting covered. But you can take those balance transfers, even if you don't use credit cards like I do. You can take a balance transfer out, get a couple of $1,000s and invest it and just pay it back over time. Some people think that that doesn't make any sense, but you're only getting about 3%. You're only charged about 3%. If you pay it back within the 18 months or the 12 months that they give you to pay it back, that's a very low amount because I remember doing probably a well, this recent balance transfer, I remember exactly how much that cost me. I did 16,500 and they charged me 890 some odd dollars. So my thing was, if I can make double that over the 890 something dollars, and then that would mean that I'm up. Like I just make double that, right? And I've already made that $890 back with one of the loans that I did because I also have use my credit to do loans. Now you don't want to loan people that you don't think you're gonna get your money back, right? And I have a contract. I get their social security number, well, their actual social security card, their ID, and we sign signatures electronically. Yeah, so that's some of the little bit of the stuff I do. Some of y'all, let's see. Oh, you asked how was my Christmas? My Christmas was lovely because guess what I did? I didn't buy not one person one thing. I kept all my
Mama
money.
got one
I did not
coin.
allow the holiday hoopla to
Mama.
make me feel like I had to purchase anybody anything. Well, let me take that lie back. I did. I have a little cousin whose mom is incarcerated, so I did go buy him something. And I also kept him for like 3 days so he could play with my kids. So my
Mama, I'm
husband went and
thirsty.
bought him a few things with our kids, but me personally, I bought him a gift. Nobody else.
Mama, I'm thirsty.
Nobody else I bought anything.
Mama, I'm thirsty.
We get the gift of life
I'm
every day. So,
thirsty.
okay, you thirsty. You have to yell? Okay, don't yell. So, yeah, I was just coming jumping on here, y'all. Just talking and walking. What y'all have going on? We live right across the street from the park, so we're headed back to the park and the bayou area that's down here. We were the part of Texas I live in is called Humble Atascocita area. So we were a lot of homes were hit pretty bad roof wise. A lot of people had to get their roofs replaced. Roof, am I saying that right? Roof, roof. I don't know. I'm probably saying that wrong, but I'm not gonna sell my house. No, I think of it as an investment. I don't want to keep the same house and live in that particular house forever, but I'm looking at it as an investment because essentially what I plan to do is use the equity in the house to just purchase another one. Instead of selling your house, you just should use the equity. A lot of people have a lot to say about that as well, but I figure me, I'm a credit person, so I believe in keeping the hard-earned money that you have, right? And you're utilizing the credit because I look at money as numbers. Like that's all it is, moving around of numbers. That's how I look at it. So for me, selling would not be a smart business move. I feel like if you use the equity, because I can do a lot. I can still live in my house and do a lot once I pay off the house because that's when I'll use the equity. Because if you use the equity with a HELOC or a um, home equity loan, well, HELOC is a home equity line of credit and a home stop equity loan is just like a loan. It's almost simply, um, it's just like a regular loan. They give you a fixed rate. If you don't get a fixed rate, it's not worth getting. I'm getting a call. Oh, my friend called me. I told her to jump on live. Maybe I can have her come in and we could just talk more, right? It's a lot she likes to talk about. But like I said, the home equity line of credit, it works like a credit card. So whatever line of credit you use, you don't have to have, like, even if they give you, they say, oh, you have $200,000 to use. You don't have to use the whole $200,000. You could just use what you need and then pay it back. But while you have the home equity line of credit and the home equity loan, you are still having your previous mortgage.
Mama,
What? You see those turtles?
I can see one turtle.
Yeah. My daughter loves to come here because she can view the turtles. Let me see if y'all can see them. Y'all see those turtles? She like to see the turtles, but as soon as we walk up to the turtles, bye, Xenos. Xenos, I might be saying your name wrong. I'm sorry, but bye. The turtles, we walk up and they run away. You gonna go to the turtle? Go, go, go. But yeah, like I said, the home equity line of credit, it works like the credit card. See, they run away. I tell her all the time, like, girl, you're not gonna be able to see those turtles. They're gonna think that like something might fall out. I mean, jump out or something. You,
I can see the two heads.
I can see the turtle. Yeah. What y'all doing today? I'm trying. One of the things that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to grow on this YouTube platform. I had no clue that you could just make so much money on YouTube. Yes, you could be a moderator. I just gotta help. Let's see. I gotta see. Add as a moderator. Okay, I think I added you. Yes, I've added you. Thank you so much. I've added you as a moderator. Now, like I was saying about this YouTube thing, it's like I thought that it would be so difficult. My comments are turned off. She said my comments are turned off. My comments are is George is my Georgie is my comment are my comments turned off? Somebody saying my comments are turned off.
I think the dog is having so much fun. I think the dog is having so much fun. Mama, I think the dog is having so
No,
much
ma'am, not
fun.
on YouTube. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think I'm. I told her to get on YouTube. I don't know what she's.
Mama, I want to tear the playground. I want to tear
I
the
told her to get
playground.
on YouTube live.
Mama, I want to tear
I
the
don't know.
playground.
Huh?
Tear the playground.
Okay. Look, guys, we're back at the playground now. Little simple little playground. Somebody's over here playing with their dog. Oh yeah, I'ma see. Georgie, can you put the link to the? Wait a minute. Let me see if I can do that. I'm trying to figure out if I can put the link. Send her the link for. She's trying to get on YouTube, and we're gonna talk. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to send her the link of my YouTube. without getting off of YouTube. How do you do that? Do you know how to do that? Just tell her to open the YouTube app and type in so much. 5 1. 8851, I think. Yeah, 8851.
Playground. Mama.
Hey, I just told her. Hopefully she'll be on in a minute. Well, but anyway, yeah, that's the only thing. Okay. Well, hopefully she'll get it together. I told her to. She type it. She should type it in the search part, correct? Yeah, that's what I told her. Hi. Oh, that's. I think that's her. Is that you?
Mama.
Hey, is that you? Alicia, is that you? Let me know. It looked like she's erased the comment. She retracted it. I'm trying to get her on the live. What?
Mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Mama.
Yes.
I want to go on the swings.
Okay, come on, let's go on the swings. Let me ask her, is that her? Cause
This one.
well, I don't know
Mama,
if she's gonna come on. Today is actually my anniversary, y'all. I've been married 20 years. My husband had to go to work, so I think he just got back home because our house is literally across the street from the park. Right there, this house where the white car and the blue SUV is at, that's our house right there. See the kids jumping in the back yard. They're jumping on the trampoline. There was a head right there. Thank you, thank you. 20 years is a long time, and that's it's a lot of work. A lot of work, ups and downs, but through it all. Okay, look at this little bossy one right here. Look at the little bossy one. What did you say?
I said hi.
You're so bossy. Ugh.
I said hi.
I said hi.
Mama,
Yeah.
I want to go hi.
Yep. So marriage is work. Like some people think that it's gonna be peaches and creams all the days of your life, but it's not. Especially if both people are not trying to work it. But thankfully, my husband and I, we always, continue to try. Sometimes when one is off, the other is on, right? On the verge of giving up. That's how we've been back and forth. Like, when one wants to quit, the other one is not. Yeah, she needs to see. Georgie says, be respectful. You know, are you supposed to yell at mommy?
No.
See, she knows, but she did. Okay, don't yell at mommy. Mommy can make you go high. Yeah. But what was I saying? Yeah, yeah. Marriage is definitely a work, but it's a work that I'm willing to continue doing, right? Because even in the times that I wanted to give up, I would always consult God, and it's just like in my heart, I don't want to let it go, and the bad is not outweighing the good, and the real reason I want to quit at times is not because of necessarily him, but it's because of other people, you know. And I always have to go back to God where He says, "Do not let what I've put together let somebody else break it apart." So yeah. Any of y'all out there? Yeah. Don't give up. Yep. And I'm doing. That's what I'm doing now. Like, and He's made it possible for me to follow my dreams because, like, He goes to work and He pays all the bills. He's a great provider, and so I'm able to be with the kids because for me, in the beginning, that was real hard. Like having a baby and that baby being inside of you those 9 months, and then you have the baby and you're just nurturing the baby. It's you and the baby. The baby needs you for everything. The baby wants you for everything, and then you have to have somebody else care for your child. And I was a teacher. I taught second and third grade, and I did that for 7 years straight, and it was difficult teaching and helping other people's kids, and then being so tired and having to come home and not feeling like, always dealing with my own kids. That's like, I'm like, this is crazy. I can't keep doing that, right? How can you put so much time and energy into somebody else's children and then can't even do it for your own? Yep. 4 year olds. Oh yeah, that's when they're just like, once they turn three, like my daughter's 3, yeah, they become like real independent. I can do it. I can do it. I want to do it. And the daughters love their daddies. All of my girls, I have 5 girls and 1 boy. The daughters love their daddies. They be daddy girls. My daughter always tell me, I'ma tell my daddy on you. I say, girl, your daddy can't do nothing to me, girl. He's not gonna do anything to me.
I didn't see that.
You did say that. You said, I'ma tell my daddy on you.
I said, Sassy.
Oh, so you said sissy, and then my oldest daughter, she's 20, right? So
I would tell Sissy. Did I tell Daddy? I tell Sissy.
she's like, no, I tell sissy, and then I tell daddy.
I
She's
said,
trying to get me straight. So my oldest daughter, she's 20. She's in college, so she's back visiting. And this little one right here, she just is in love with her sister. She loves her sister. She's like a second mama, and she just follow her everywhere. And my daughter, she's very like, she's not that social. She 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 talks to us, but she barely talks to us, and she's just like sometimes like have social anxiety a little bit. She doesn't really like being around a lot of people and a lot of noise, and our house is noisy. Imagine with 6 kids, you know the house is noisy, right? And she's the first out of those 6. So for the first 3 years of her life, it was just her, right? And so she just, I thought that her leaving, she was going to get ready to leave, but she stayed in town. She stayed in Texas Well, she's still in Texas, but she stayed in the city and went to school. And then 2 years passed, and she went ahead and she went to the actual dorm. So she's in a dorm in a college. And man, the three little ones, because I have a set of twins as well. Yeah, she'll get to her deeper than ever. Yeah, she does. She loves her so much. She's like act like that's her mama. When I'm around, I mean when she's around and I'm still there, she'll like bypass me and be like, Sissy, Sissy. And it's so funny. The twins gave her Sissy. They call her Sissy. And I've always heard older women call their sister Sissy. So that was funny. You love your sissy? Look at her. You love your sissy? You love your sissy?
Mhm.
Sissy is your best friend?
I want to look.
You gonna stand up? She's a daredevil. Look, she's gonna stand up. 3 years old. She does so much. Ooh, look at you, girl.
I can do.
But yeah, she loves her sissy. Oh, that's so sweet, Jasmine. Yeah. Sisters, I always tell my kids like siblings are the next best thing to after your parents, like because God forbid your parents go, I mean, your children go before you. I actually did have a son that passed away. My fourth son was um, stillborn. Well, not my fourth son, but my fourth child, because he would have been my first son. So I only have one son right now, and he's a twin. So the twins are 7 years old. So I basically started over because my oldest is 20, and she'll be 21 in May next year. And then I have a 17-year-old who will be 18 in July. I have a 15-year-old who will be 16 in February. And then I have the twins where my son, he would be 8 years old. And then I have the twins, they're seven, a girl and a boy. They just turned 7 in October. And this little one that y'all just saw, she just turned 3 in November. And she is a handful. So I started over. I got it one half sister and two half brothers. Wow. I have six half. My birthday is going to be next month. Actually, exactly a month from now. So guess what my birthday is? My birthday is exactly a month from now. And I'll be the big 4-0. I'm so excited. A lot of people get a little bent out of shape about getting older, but 40 for me, I'm just like, that is going to be 40 is my year. I don't care what anybody say, anybody thinks. 40 is my year. I'm going to accomplish everything that I've thought about accomplishing. Yep, January 27th. Wonder if y'all can guess the year. But I am going to do everything that I desire to do. This is the year that I'm not going to allow the economy, fear, or anything to stop me. 531. Oh, my daughter's birthday. This is the year. And my husband's a little different than I am. Because, like, for him, he's like, up very, like, just like different issues within the family with his mother and his father. He ended up having to be raised by his grandmother. And so his thought process on the way that money should be, like, we believe in saving and like, who knows somebody that oversaves? Like, you literally take your whole entire check and you save it, and you thought you paid all your bills, so now you're having to go back in your savings and pay some of your bills. That's what he does. I'm like, look, you got to do a budget. A budget is something that every person needs. You need a budget. Need a budget. Absolutely. Okay. So pin this message. Make sure to follow it. Okay. I'm gonna try to pin it. Did I pin it? Georgie, I pinned it. I think I pinned it. Yeah. I'm learning how to use this. I don't know completely how to use it, but I'm learning. But like I was saying, like as far as my husband, he is a what?
It's behind and seek.
Okay, you go hide and I'll seek. Now she wants to play hide and seek. So my little 3-year-old boss is telling me what to do right now. One, two. Look, she thinks that I can't see her. She's right behind this tree. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ready or not, here I come. Where is TK? Where is TK? Is she here? No. Is she over here? I heard a little voice. There she goes. I found you. But yeah, like I was saying, my marriage, 20 years. Whew. So I got married when I was 19. So I was still a baby. I was still a kid. Okay, I'm gonna hide. You go count. Go count. I'm gonna hide. I was still a kid, and we had our daughter. So we were kids raising kids. But my husband, he went to the military. That was one of the best moves he could have made, and I really didn't know it at the time. I don't know if he really knew it, but he just didn't have any way out of the life that he was in. So he found me. You found me.
Here. No.
Yeah, but he didn't have any other way out of the life. And his brother, he also went to the military. He was originally trying to go to the army, but
Again.
he was not able to get there because of some of the legal troubles that he had as a teenager. So the army did not accept him, but eventually he got accepted into the Navy, and he went. And I actually end up, as soon as he went, before he finished boot camp, I had our daughter, our first daughter, the one that's now 20 years old, and I had her very early. I was only 29 weeks when I had her. She was 2 pounds, so little see-through skin, and at that time, he and I had broken up because if you know anything about a woman and hormones and like, I was already a kid, right? I was a kid having a kid, so I was 18 while I was, when I found out I was pregnant with her. I turned 19 that January, and in that, a few months later, that May, I had her premature, so she was in the hospital still. So, but anyway, she was so little, I had to buy her doll clothes. Yeah. I had to, thank you so much. I had to buy her dog clothes now. My sister literally went into Toys R Us when there was a Toys R Us, but that was before she got out of the hospital.
Mama,
She couldn't even wear anything because
Mama,
she had like needles in her head.
Mama.
Yes, ma'am.
What? He's behind sink.
Okay, you hide and I'm gonna find you. Well, yeah, like I said, she had needles in her head. They were pricking needles in her foot. And so I sent these pictures to her dad, just, and he said automatically when he saw the pictures, his like heart sank. But on the back, I had wrote him a message. I was like, "Don't worry, she is fine. She's okay or whatever. This is just, you know, some things that they have to do. This is just some things that has to be done, right?" Okay, okay. Thanks, Georgie. Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, hold on. Like I was saying, yeah, she had all those needles in her head and all kind of things, right? And so I just sent him a message like, "She's okay, don't worry, it's all right." And he was like, he instantly was like, put his head up, got in line. They called him to get in line or whatever. And he said after that day, there was nothing that anyone could say to him. They could holler at him, scream, yell. He had a strut, and he was just, and it was so noticeable to the other people after they received their mail, and that one of them was yelling at him like, "Green, why are you strutting? What are you looking like that for?" But he was just so proud to see his baby girl living and thriving. And hey, come back. And it was just okay. It was just an encouragement for him.
Mama, I
So
want to go in the
after
game.
he found out that she was born, baby, it was nothing you could tell him. And we weren't even together at that point. I, my hormones were like all over the place. I got uh, mad because I was pregnant and I was a teen and I was just treating him so badly. I know I was. Hey, I'm gonna go get my cup, okay? And then we're gonna go. And so, yeah, that was, I eventually we talked or whatever, and I was like, no, I want to be together. I want to stay together. So we got back together, and but I told him like the terms. I realized that even at my young age, like first of all, I should not have been having a relationship, a sexual relationship. I wouldn't have got pregnant if I wasn't doing all of that. And for me, my relationship with God was most important. And so it was like instantly I felt that sin like that this is wrong. Like you're not supposed to be doing this. I'm acting as if I'm married. I'm not married. And so I'm like, we could be together, but that sex part has to stop. We're not married. We're not gonna do all of that. And I was like, unless you want to get married, and we just started talking about marriage, and we just decided, hey, why not? He was like, why not? Like, I don't want to be with anybody else. I want to be with you. And I felt the same way. And so we were like, well, finish, uh, once you finish with your boot camp, and you get to come back home, then that's when we're gonna get married. And we had to get married when we just had the time. And I started planning the wedding, going to a venue that was like right up the street from my house at the time. And then I was just considering all the money that it was gonna cost. And so this is why I knew we were like two alike people. And then our birthdays are just a week apart, right? So I knew we were like alike in the fact that we were like, hey, why should we spend all this money when we could just spend it on anything that we need, living, the child, and stuff like that? We could just go to the courthouse. And so that's what we did. And today it's been 20 years, 20 years, 20 years. So we still act like kids sometimes with each other. Our kids always call us childish. Because we are. We're still as young as we feel, you know? All three of my big back oldest children are sitting right here as I walk through the door. You gotta use the restroom. Come on. I'm on live, y'all. And what he doing? Say hi, y'all. Say hey. Y'all three. Say hi. And I'm gonna turn my camera back. Say hi. They were so enthusiastic to say that, weren't they? Hmm. They think their mama is so lame. Can you get her? Cause I don't want to go. No. Yeah. I think I'm gonna walk back over here to the park. But yeah, so like I said, it's been 20 years. So yeah, like he went to the Navy, and I was saying that was one of the best things that he could have done for our family because it's really done a lot of good for us. Um, he went in, and during that time, they had a lot of tragedies that had happened, and 9/11 had happened just before that. So a lot of issues were still going on while he was in the military and in the Navy. Part of what they would do is like sometimes they would police the waters, right? So he would come back with stories like they had to actually like fish bodies out of water. And because of the life that he had before, and he had seen so many things, I don't even think he realized how like traumatizing that is. Because I think he had seen somebody dead before, you know, like he tells a story all the time about a young boy that he used to um, hang out with in his neighborhood. And the boy, he would do a lot of like kind of off things, but I believe the boy was on medication, but his dad was raising him. And one day he just got upset or mad about something, and he killed his dad, and then he killed himself. And this is a young boy. And I was just like, whoa, like all of the stories that my husband can sit down and just tell me, they're like mind blowing and crazy. Like, it's like, I can't believe some of the stuff that he went through. Gives me an understanding of why he thinks the way he does. Earlier before, like, he and I are different in a lot of things. I feel like when he moves out of fear. And I'm not a person that always moves out of fear. Of course, I have fear of certain things, and sometimes I don't let that bother me, but still, I have a fear while I'm doing things. Like, that's normal to have fear in things and fear of failure, feeling like something may not work out. And so, for me, I'm different. I'll do it with the fear. Whatever you're gonna do it scared. It don't matter. Because if you allow fear to stop you from doing something, then the enemy has won. Like that is exactly failed to do things. I'm like one of those people. I heard this before, but I'm one of those people who truly believe that the graveyard is filled with people with potential. Like there's doctors, nurses, teachers, astrologers, all kinds of people who never allowed themselves to reach that potential. They had it in them, but they never allowed themselves to get there because of fear. And I just refuse. I refuse. Coming up on this 40th birthday, I refuse to allow my fear to grip me to the point to where I just won't do what it is I say I want to do. I want to own land. I want to own homes. I want to create a financial stability and generational wealth for my kids to where my struggles will make it to where they will not struggle with me. They're going to have to, of course, they're going to have the desire and want to get things and do better for themselves. Like I can give you all that I know, but you have to have it in you, you know? I tell my kids all the time, like your thoughts, your mindset, your perspective on a thing. Well, hello, who's that? Allie, how you doing? Your thoughts, your mind, your perspective on a thing or things will always determine how far you go. You cannot allow fear to grip you so much to where you won't even move to act on the thing. How will you know if you will fail if you don't at least try? And my mom, she used to say this all the time. She would say, nothing fails but a try. You cannot, if you do nothing, then oh, you got it. Is that my friend? Hey, is that you, Alicia? Yeah, like I said, nothing fails but. Oh, hey, girl. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get you on here. Let's see if I can add you in. Uh, um, I don't even know how to do it, girl. It only gives me like the. I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna have to figure it out. My moderator just left. He had to go take care of his little kid, but yeah, girl, I'm just talking about. I shared with the people that today is my 20th year anniversary. Talking about how we got married at 19 and some little kids. My birthday is like exactly a month from now. I'm gonna be 40, and I'm just so excited about turning 40. But yeah, like I was just saying, like we can't allow fear to grip us to where we are debilitated and we cannot do anything, right? My mom always told me as a kid, nothing fails but a try. If you don't try to do it, how will you know if you would succeed or fail? Because you never tried, right? And so in this season of my life, I am trying everything that I can, right? I'm getting better at not being all over the place because I will do everything. Like I am the tax season is coming up, so I do taxes, right? I have about 16 or 17 clients, and I gain at least two or three over the year, over each tax year because I don't post about it. I don't say anything about it but I just allow my clients to send me clients. I don't want to take somebody that's just heard me say, "Oh, I do Texas," and then they want me to do their Texas. I don't even want to. I want to. I told God, I want you to send me my clients, right? So I do. I do taxes. I am going to start on January. In January, matter of fact, it's exactly January the 6th. I'm going to start doing a meal prep business where I'll be prepping for a husband and a wife. The husband said that he wanted dinner for after the gym. Once they get off of work, they go to the gym. So both the husband and the wife, they want dinner, but the husband, he wants breakfast as well, right? So I'm doing that. That's two things, right? I also do hair. Like I braid. Braiding and weaving, that's my thing. I can really do everything, but when you're not licensed to do things, I just said, hey, I decided I'm not going to do everything because one of the things I've learned in picking up so many different ways to make income, you cannot outsource yourself with everything, especially doing hair. You need to pick a niche, just like they tell us, for the YouTube. You need to pick a niche. My niche for my YouTube is family, faith, business, and hair. So that the hair is a part of the business, right? And I talk about business, I talk about credit. I love being asked questions about all of that type of thing. So I do the credit business, which is I do loans, and only God can send me those people. Okay, if I didn't hear from God about giving you this loan, I'm sorry, I cannot extend the loan to you, because the most important thing is helping out someone who God sends to you in a way. Like, I'm not in the position financially to just give out money, but I can use what I have to help somebody financially. Oh, you need to help, girl. We can talk about. I teach people. I have to pay this. I have to pay that. They say, "Oh, not have to owe this. I have to owe that." Like one, right? So, um, one of one of the credit things that you can download. I didn't hear a word you said. It froze. Oh man. Okay. So what I'm saying is, I was saying one of the things that I tell people about credit is the fact that when you have like a lot of delinquencies, or they saying that you owe different creditors, you owe them money, as long as there's not a judgment against you, and it's just being reported on your credit, then you can combat it with just doing good, right? I actually have a clause that is a law that I send to people, and I give them it's written out directly what you're supposed to do. There's a law that can get them to erase some of that on there. So first, I tell people to do this, to just, it keeps going in and out, and I think it's because these airplanes. I live right by the airport. Bed closer to home. Bed closer to home. If I go back closer to home, I think it'll be better. I think it'll be better. So I'm going back. I'm walking back home. But like I said, one of the things that you can do for your credit, the first step you should take is, if you have Credit Karma, if you have Experian, all of that, what you can do is you can go and dispute all of those different, just and I have a clause. Like I said, I don't know if you guys heard me, but I have a clause, an actual, um, what's it called? An actual, what's it called? From another um, content creator. and it worked. I was like, oh my God, I had just one derogatory mark, and I'm like, let me see if this will work, right? And then I shared it with a lot of people that I knew. I was just like, let's see if it'll work, right? And it did. It was a bug after me. But anyway, it worked. And so I now share it with my clients because I know it works. It's not going to work for every single thing, but it will work for some. And because it will work for some, it will just put you on the road that you need to be on as far as getting your credit right. So once you do those disputes, so you can download Self, and it'll prompt you to how you need to do some stuff, and you can pay. Like, I've never personally used it, but I know that a lot of people use it, and it's one of my very good friends. She showed me how she was able to build hers on it, so I do recommend it just because. Hey, there go my twins. They're hanging over the fence. Yeah, but like I was saying, yeah. So once you download that, I typically just really share my credit. That's what I do. I share my credit with my friends that I'm helping, because one of the, like I said, the biggest issue with the credit for most people is the fact that their credit usage is very low. I mean, well, their credit usage is very high. And not only is their credit usage very high, their payment history is horrible. So it looks like you don't know how to pay your bills. And so 35% of your credit score is based off of your credit card utilization. And then the other 30% is, no, 35, I think it's 35 and 35, but it might be 35 and 30. But either way it goes, the credit utilization on time, and you're not and you don't have enough credit, then right there is gonna have you to have look good for you. Did you hear me? Trying to see if you hear me because it's going. Can you hear me? They're in the back. Yeah, we're gonna go do something since it is our anniversary. He's going out to exercise. Ooh, that's something I love about him. Like, he keeps himself up, and he got me to doing the same thing because I mean, I wasn't looking bad, but I just could take better care of myself. As far as exercising anyway. I try to eat right, but we know all of it needs to go hand. It's going in and out anyway, and so I'm just gonna say bye.